and answer your questions if you have any. I'm drawing currently, but I'll think of and I might get copy striked and this live stream won't be good. Sorry, if you need me to speak louder, I'll speak louder. It's just I'm not feeling good and I've kind of been crying. So I might sound weird. Using is, this is not sponsored anyways. My brother lent me his his markers because I wanted to like color my sketches, and I will be using markers, aka I call them Sharpies because they're basically Sharpies, just a different brand. Also not sponsored. So, oh man, a few of the colors fell off. Live stream because I haven't live streamed in a while, especially on my Twitch page. I just did one live stream. I don't know if it fully deleted the aftermath because the video was such a mess and there was really nothing interesting for me to say because it was my like first time and anxiety sucks a lot. I slightly have an idea of what to sketch. I have this little it's a like there on in my room, which is over here, and her name is Autumn. I know it sounds childish, but this is Autumn. A very special person gave this to me, especially as a gift, a wonderful gift. I remember when I first got it, I was like super stoked. That's who I'll be sketching so far. I'm sorry for my voice. Like again I said. And this right here is a charcoal pencil, if I'm correct, which you could find in Jerry's Artorama if you live in Texas. I mean in Austin. I'm sorry. And for a single it's like around, it depends on what brand you get of charcoal pencil because they could rank up a lot unless you're a member in Jerry's Artorama. And I'm just using a regular school eraser. Don't know how to draw Autumn posing, but for what I know for sure, Autumn's gonna be a ginger teen who loves cats and foxes. I got a little scared because I saw my eraser moving in the live stream and I was like, oh my gosh, there's something moving. She's moving, but no, she's all the way over here. I'm gonna include her in the video for comfort. I'm still nervous, but not as much as I was in my first live stream, because now I know what to say or do, and I'm not upset or anything. I'm just feeling neutral, but sick neutral. It sucks. If you want to buy my brother's merch, go. I'll have his information in the link on below. Currently, I don't have it, but when I finish the live stream and it posts in my on my profile, I'll leave links to his Redbubble, his art Instagram, and his professional Instagram and Tumblr. All his social medias that I don't know, but I'll ask him what platforms he uses. I know he uses Tumblr, Insta, Redbubble, and that's all I know from the top of my head. But buy his merch. It's cool. I don't know what to do with Autumn's body figure, so I'm just starting off with a very basic and simple design, I guess, in a way. But I don't know to incorporate her tail, because I don't want people to think like, oh, this is gonna be a furry art, which is not. I'm just drawing her as a human. And I know since there's always been a bad thing about furries, which I don't like. I mean, I'm sorry. I do not hate furries. I support furries that are not the stereotypes of, oh, you need to stay away from them because they do these things that are inappropriate, and that's childish. Because I know a few furries that are not like that. They're very mature, but they're furries, so what can I say? I don't know what to do with Autumn. Again, back to the Autumn topic. I don't know if I should make her flat or to have some sort of chest. Like I said again, I'm sorry for if you don't hear any music, because YouTube, we all know YouTube is not good right now. And especially in the rewind, when they didn't incorporate PewDiePie onto the rewind, because he's the main reason why YouTube is YouTube. I'm pretty sure before PewDiePie became PewDiePie, I'm pretty sure there was another person who was number one on YouTube, the platform, but people changed, things changed, and that's how we got here. I mean, this is how YouTube evolved. And I feel so sick. I wish y'all guys could listen to music, but oh well. I tried listening to I tried incorporating music earlier when I was setting up the live stream, but I know I would get Spotify ads because I don't have money for Spotify Premium. And plus, again, I'll get copyrighted. I drew her head too close to her body, so I'm gonna extend it out a little, so it look like she's looking all weird or anything. Get the anatomy right first of all, because I do want to finalize this drawing of Autumn. One second, real quick, please. Oh, and Autumn is a fox, obviously. Even though my dad calls her a cat, a dog, some animal, or any other animal besides a fox because of the posture of Autumn. Because you know how cats make this type of postures of like, you know, standing, sitting or standing like that. So he's just a goofball, a big goofball. So sick. And hello for anyone who joined the stream or who will be watching. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. I'll stay silent for a little because I am focusing on the face of the drawing and whether or not to make Autumn. On how to make Autumn's body, because currently I have no idea. Wait, is this even my charcoal pencil? I don't even know. I have all my art supplies scattered around my room. Oof. And it sucks because usually I lose my supplies, and when, like, in the moment when I need them, they're not there, so I have to, like, use an alternative to, like, after I'm done sketching or drawing, I find it, I'm like, hello? Where were you when I needed you? I am sick, and I hate being sick. Yay. Press F for respects management. I know that's a dead thing, but you know, I'm a dead thing. I'm a dead being that was given birth unto this life with a bunch of special snowflakes. I'm thinking of giving her like a loose crop top with overalls and maybe just like a jacket that's like on her shoulders that's barely hanging on with a backpack on her. This is what I have so far. I don't know if you can like, if the camera will focus on it or not, but this is the structure so far. I suck at anatomy, so bear with me, please. My inspirations currently is Glass Boy. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel. He's an amazing artist. Like, you wouldn't believe this dude. It's kind of sad because he does semi-realism, and I forgot what his inspiration was originally, and his art is so amazing. It should be in art galleries, but there's probably like something that's like holding them back or they're afraid to do so. But I am so shocked and surprised that he doesn't have that much subscribers, and it's kind of like sad because this dude, this person is such a great artist, and they're not getting recognized. Like, I have a problem with nowadays artists. I've been drawing since as long as I can remember, probably around elementary, when I used to draw a lot of VeggieTales. But there's just some artists that shouldn't be called artists. I'm sorry to, like, you know, offend people who think they're good artists, but they look like something my little sibling could draw, like mustard, just a bunch of scribbles and hair and eyes. That's it. And I don't know how they're popular, but they're popular. And it's not fair because there's other people, like, an example, my brother, he's a great, amazing artist, but he gets very little recognition. And that really ticks me off because I don't want him to go through what I went through. I was going through a phase where I literally deactivated all my accounts because I saw these artists that shouldn't be artists. And it wasn't fair, but you know, life is not fair. We all take a bite of that crappy sandwich, crappy, moldy, disgusting sandwich. But it's just not fair that like very good artists are not getting recognized for their art. They're just left under the bus while people who have talents are getting recognized and are getting famous for their talent. And it just really ticks me off. Because people who are really talented deserve to be recognized, deserves to be known, because it's not fair. But like I said again, life is not fair. Even though there's a bunch of special snowflakes that get recognized. But then again, oh lordy, these kids now these days, have mercy on my soul. They're just born. I don't know how to explain it. Like I do, but it's hard for me to put into words because it's just hard. But they're, lordy, lord, just like a bunch of SJWs or whatever, and a bunch of very sensitive little kids that are being born into this world and like in the 90s or like early 2000s, because I'm a 2000s kid. Oof. Uh, they have at least some tolerance, like to some jokes. While as you make a joke, a certain group of people will be like, "Why did you do that? That is very offensive. You know, you can do this and this and this and this." Just nitpicking some things of idiocy, and it's so dumb that people are so delicate. I know I'm being kind of hypocritical because sometimes I can and be delicate at times depending on the situation, but jeez, cheese and crackers, these people who like get offended every day and think it's a right to have an opinion, and when somebody corrects them, they play the victim card. For example, like this dead dude, well, he's not dead, but you know, his channel's, I don't know if his channel's still up and running, but I hope it's with new people who are hosting it. But Keemstar, we all know who he is. There's, and whoever doesn't know him, just don't waste your time uh, searching up who he is. Lordy. And let me think, who else? I'm pretty sure like 13-year-old to 12-year-old models on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube who are just like showing their bodies at a young age, and if you tell them that's not right, they're gonna fire back at you, be like, "Oh, this person is bullying me," and that's whack. Because I know I'm not supposed to, since I'm a low person, I'm not supposed to mention other big YouTubers, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys know Meme-Ulis. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of his, but I'm terrible at pronouncing his name. Like him, when he did a video on some 12-year-old or 13-year-old who was dating this practically pedophile 16-year-old dude, and she was getting steamed up because he was telling her, this dude who's not in his 30s, who's like around like my age, that's like in his late teens, getting roasted by a little girl, roasted, correction, by a little girl who thinks that she has this sort of like entitlement. It's like, that's not fair, this pedophile, this and this, I'm not making money off of you. I know this is old news and you're gonna be like rolling your eyes or be like, who is Mimius? But Mimius is a very cool dude, a cool Brit dude who is truthful. Like, there's some channels I watch that are like not English, and sometimes I have to have the subtitles on or whatnot. But lately, I've been watching a lot of Brits. I'm sorry if I offended somebody by saying that. who uses YouTube, like Willie, obviously Memulous, Paracynical, even though Paracynical is a big person, but you know, not quite. Sorry, and these other English speaking YouTubers. I'm English speaking, but American, simplified English. And yeah, it's just crazy how different it is because we're Americans are used to, if you're not friends with British people or don't really tune in to their channels or shows, and when you hear these words and they're normal like us, but it's just kind of odd to hear and see like other people's lives because we have these expectations that we were born into like a bunch of stereotypes and I'm sorry, and all this junk that we expect them to act or speak this way until we experience it ourselves that they're just normal like us. It's just their customs and how they it's just their customs and their lifestyle is just a little different from us. But we're all human, so that's good to know. Unless you're an alien or a robot. Pew pew. Oh god, that was so bad. I'm sorry. Please don't stone me to death. I still don't have an idea for autumn. I know I'm supposed to be sketching autumn, but you know, cheese and crackers. I haven't. I don't know if to give autumn a. No, I'm gonna give autumn thick thighs. With 3 C's. Thick thighs. Yes. Thick thighs. At least Poppy is helping me get through this. AKA her music. Oh my. So what I am gonna do with her clothes, her outtire, but I don't know if I should input a tail, like a belt that has a tail in the back. But I don't know if I'll get like negative feedback about it, about putting a tail on literally a stuffed animal I have. Item, my little accommodation for when I'm getting anxious. And you know, we always have that little thing that helps us get through the day. Like a pet. A pet could be an accommodation. It could be a huge helper, or like a toy, or any item or living thing. Like some people use music to help them get through. Some people use, obviously, like I mentioned, animals to get them through. Some use illustration and stuff, just objects. And it's just amazing how humans work, and they are. But oh well. And I'm pretty sure I already showed you the sketches, but this is what I have so far. Where are the legs? But they're on their way. And where are the arms? They're on their way too. Eaten it all day and like, well, I have, but you know, when I ate, it made me feel even more terrible because I can't English. Because earlier when me and my brother went to his job, he got me like my favorite drink. Well, it's kind of my favorite drink, but it's a McDonald's special. It's a mocha peppermint patty peppermint mocha. Oh, and that made me feel sick. And then when we went to grab some like groceries, and I know it doesn't sound pretty to talk about, but I went to the restroom and blew out chunks, not brains but chunks, and it was terrible. And all that really came out was the coffee that my brother got me, and it was very terrible. I guess because they added more, not vanilla extract but peppermint extract onto me and his drinks. Good drink. I can't be mad. So sorry if you hear almost everything. I live in apartments where their wall plans is not so great, but oh well, it's a place. Do what I want. Nah, just right. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna be those type of YouTubers who start singing, or like streamers who start singing, even though sometimes I like to sing. I'm pretty sure everyone likes to sing, especially in the shower. Just so I could see properly my drawing, because I have lost track. Oh, she looks like a turtle. Watching right now, but oh well, I'll be fine. It's not like I'm gonna cry for attention or anything. The only time I cry for attention is towards my the overalls, a skirt, or just shorts or traditional overalls, pants. I'm still sticking to the idea of her wearing a crop top and overalls. Here, because oh my gosh, don't get me wrong, high school is okay, but it's currently, since I'm a senior, it's not being a walk in the park. But life is never a walk in the park, and oh my gosh, it's so stressful since I'm taking like a college course in school. I'm sorry if you could hear that. It's terrible because I know college is like this, but oh my gosh, so many deadlines, so many quizzes, so many things to do, and it's just terrible. And like these college courses that my high school offer are from UT, and if you take those classes, you can get college credit towards UT, and you don't have to pay a large amount like UT usually costs. Because I'm not sure if some people are familiar with UT in Austin, but oh my gosh, it is such a money sucker. It would kill your wallets. So like I'm kind of taking this class because it also kind of counts for other colleges. And since I'm gonna be taking an online college, um, it's gonna still that credit is still gonna apply to that credit. I mean, to the university, the online university I'll be taking, which is more better because I usually work alone, and what this online university offers is one-to-one with the professor, where you could video chat with them and you could ask them one-on-one questions. And if you have any questions, they have a number for the teachers that the students could text them. Even though it's kind of weird for some students to hear that you could text your teachers, There are some schools that let you text your teachers for, any additional questions or help for a quiz. Not a quiz, but for work and the basic stuff you would ask a teacher when you're in the classroom. But, after hours. Not. I don't know if I mentioned my high school. Well, I have, but I don't know if I mentioned the name because I am afraid that some of the people are just gonna come over and be like, "Hey, are you the person that live stream?" Even though you can't see my face at all, and if you do, you're just gonna get a face full of mask. I'm kind of scared. It's making me anxious. um, so dry. It's just I've been kind of dehydrated due to me vomiting a lot. Ew, gross vomit. I'm just thinking of freehanding it with the Sharpies. Because I'm almost done with sketching. I'm gonna give Autumn short hair. Seems and I forgot the scarf. Oh no. That means I would have to change everything. I'll add the scarf as like on the pocket right here or something. Be kind of based off of my best friend. I'm just gonna give her a random magical name. California. Her name is. I'm not. Well, her name is kind of close to California, but I will not. Inspired by hers, even though California's hair is a little more shorter. Anxious. I feel like a scared cat. I'm set in stone. I just need to add in the little scarf. Bands I like. There's I like, but the ones I've been listening to since like around elementary or middle school are Hollywood and Dead Mouse. Well, Dead Mouse is not a band, but he's an artist, a jerk artist. There's 21 Pilots, even though my cousin introduced them to me when I was in middle school, but it still kind of doesn't count. Papa Roach, System of a Down, Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, if I'm correct. Oh gosh, please don't roast me. I was a huge metalhead in middle school, so yeah. There will be a next video of this drawing. Bye.